Crown Jewel Prediction. Coming up here on Crown Jewel Prediction, we talk about highlights and predictions of today's division live from Saudi Arabia. Let's see right here. Roman Reigns, undisputed championship against LA Knight. LA Knight win the division and become the new undisputed WWE champion. We'll get that coming up. Roman and everybody else. Plus, too, we talk about a lot more matches as well. What the new McIntyre, get them moment they can get 3 years ago. Get that moment in front of a whole crowd, win the world championship. We're talking about more matches as well. We get the pro wrestling show. We got Crown Jewel. Let's start right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Crown Jewel Predict the Outcome for Saturday, November 4th. Good morning, everyone. I'm your host, as always, Kid Big Fish. Glad you can join us here for the Crown Jewel Predict the Outcome here on the Pro Wrestling Show, our special Epic SmackDown Ring Report. We're going to mainly talk about Crown Jewel and what Crown Jewel has for. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, we ain't gonna waste no time whatsoever. We're gonna kick things off right here with the Raw main event. As you see right here, for the world title, Seth Rollins, the current world heavyweight champion. And speaking of Seth Rollins, he won that title in Saudi Arabia, the last premium live event for Saudi Arabia. Now Seth Rollins is back in the saddle, defending the world championship 8 months later against Drew McIntyre. So it's been June, July, August, September, October, November, 6 months. 6 months later. So he has been on the road as world champion. So Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. This whole thing got escalated and started when Drew McIntyre was dubbed and named the new number one contender for the world title. Drew had a mission on his path that he wants to be the world champion. Drew McIntyre has been targeting Seth Rollins as late. Seth Rollins coming off the match against Shinsuke Nakamura. Been 2 matches back to back against Shinsuke. Shinsuke been targeting the back of Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins now shifts his focus and shifts his attention to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre made it clear and perfectly clear that he wants the world championship. He needs the world title because he hasn't been fulfilled vacantly. And I think we're seeing a turn of Drew lately. Drew has been a little bit not himself. He's been on the edge, like he's about to turn heel, but Drew hasn't turned heel yet. Well, we know that world champion Seth Rollins put it out there that he wants to see if Drew McIntyre is at his best. And they did have a match 3 years ago at Crown Jewel, but that match was at Money in the Bank. And now 3 years later at Crown Jewel, Drew McIntyre wants to win back the title and win back the admiration. In order to do so, he has to go through Seth Rollins in order to get the job done. I think Seth Rollins will be have to put his mind, his focus, his attention shifted on Drew. We'll see if Seth Rollins can get the job done. I think Seth Rollins will win this match. Seth Rollins will retain his world championship. Seth Rollins will defeat Drew McIntyre to retain the world title. But you got to be wondering what's next for Drew. I think Drew McIntyre Will he turn full heel and show Seth Rollins that Seth Rollins was the one that hold him back and with adversity and stuff? We would just have to wait and see on that. But like I said, I'm looking at Seth Rollins winning and Seth Rollins retaining. Well, Seth Rollins may have another issue on his hands that Damian Priest. Damian Priest is Mr. Senior Money in the Bank. Damian Priest won the Money in the Bank contract back this past summer, and Damian Priest has kept his eye on Seth Rollins as of late. That he could cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase at Seth Rollins if he wanted to and try to cause that, but I don't think that's going to happen. Damian got a lot of work going on for him. Damian will be in action as well. Damian will take on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes will go one on one. Cody Rhodes looking to go through Damian Priest to finish his story. I'll go through him to go through his story, and he made it perfectly clear that he wants to get an opportunity and stuff. We saw this past Monday on Raw that Damian Priest and Cody had a face-to-face confrontation. That the Cody called out Damian and told him, "You're a 20-year veteran, but you walk behind the whole entire Judgment Day. You don't have a mind of your own. You kind of a weak link. You need to have a backbone." After Cody said that Damian walks behind Finn Balor, he walks behind Rhea Ripley, he walks behind Dominic Mysterio, he walks behind these his group mates and stuff, and led them out to the primrose path of what's going on. Cody Rhodes is seeking a mission. He wants to continue his story. Cody may not have the tag team goal. That was just temporary. But Cody went through JD Madonna, and JD Madonna got the car in of that. I think JD Madonna got a lot going on, but look for the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes to win over Damian Priest. Damian Priest may not win the match, but he has the briefcase in hand. So look for Damian Priest and Cody to probably get something done down the road. But look for Damian Priest to lose against Cody. Just railing his momentum. Well, speaking of Cody, Cody did derail JD Madonna's momentum. JD Madonna will be in action as well at Crown Jewel. JD Madonna will be part of the kickoff show when he takes on Sami Zayn one on one in a match. JD Madonna takes on Sami Zayn one on one. Looks like Finn Balor's twin or evil version of Chucky or something. But we could see that. But like I said, this happened this past week when Sami Zayn was on Raw. He called out he wanted to be in that world championship caliber, but the Judgment Day didn't like that one bit. JD, Dominic, and the rest of them, and Rhea Ripley. Well, we know that Sami Zayn wants to showcase his abilities and stuff. Look for Sami Zayn to get the win over JD Madonna in the match. So Sami Zayn will emerge victorious over JD Madonna. JD Madonna will be just that, a casualty in the Judgment Day's way. So we'll get to see that this today. I look forward to seeing that soon today. So look for that happening today. Well, speaking of that, these five strong, powerful women will be in the ring right here in a fatal five-way for the women's world title. Rhea Ripley will be have the biggest test of her life. She has a 20% chance of losing her, an 80% chance of losing her women's title. Rhea Ripley goes against the returning Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Starks. Look for this being a slug match between these women. It's going to be a knockdown, drag out affair between these women. These women are going to really beat the hell out of each other. telling you right now, these women gonna really beat each other down. Gonna be down to the core. These women. Um, well, we know what the Rhea Ripley. This is her biggest test. Probably she ain't went against Nia Jax and everybody else. You're probably saving that match for another case like Royal Rumble or something. But look for Rhea Ripley to get the edge and the advantage over Nia Jax and win her match over Nia Jax. Um, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks, um, Nia, Raquel Rodriguez, and the rest. So we look forward to seeing that. Well, speaking of that, another women's match that's been on to the floor that's been added. The WWE Women's Championship match between Bianca Belair taking on Zoe Io Sky. This match happened at Backlash. This is the Backlash rematch when Bianca was the champion. Io Sky was the challenger. Well, we know that Bianca Belair has seek her mind vengeance on Io Sky. Bianca Belair with them her hair pressed and laid. But Bianca took on Io's tag team partner Bailey and made an example out of Bailey by taking Bailey down and out. I think Bailey never went being the same again. I think Bailey went down to the pinfall and count, even went through the announce table and stuff. Bianca Belair means business and she wants to take down Io Sky. So I say this, Io will retain her women's championship due to some more interference, but Bianca Belair won't pin Io the way she think she's gonna pin her. It's gonna cause Io to regain a title by cheating. So we'll see that coming forward. Also, too, the United States Championship is online. As you see right here, Logan Paul set to challenge Rey Mysterio for the coveted United States Championship. Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. This is a mismatch. If you think of a mismatch, we saw yesterday on SmackDown, Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio did the weigh-in celebration right here. This was the weigh-in. Logan Paul playing with Rey Mysterio, teasing Rey by calling him a small stature, like a miniature or something. Logan Paul better know what he's up to because Rey Mysterio decided to strike Logan Paul. Logan tapped him on the head. Rey Mysterio took the microphone and nailed Rey Mysterio. Logan Paul got nailed by Rey Mysterio. The United States champion playing. And this has been a difference of that size match right here. Logan Rey Mysterio, a legend, a living legend in the world of Lucha Libre, and Logan Paul just started, just coming from the internet world and stuff. He going against Rey Mysterio. Logan Paul better know what he's getting himself into because Logan Paul did do an ambush attack right here on Rey last week when Rey didn't see it coming. Nailed Logan out with them metal fist. Logan Paul better know what he's up to because he's up to the task of going against Rey Mysterio. A lot of people saying Logan Paul will win the United States Championship. No question about it. Logan Paul will become the new United States champion. But the only question is, can Logan Paul, will he stay directly steady? Will he be coming active? We already got one champion we talk about that's not been present enough. Makes appearances every now so once in a while. So hopefully Logan Paul will be a fine U.S. champion and go from there. I look for Logan Paul to win the United States Championship. This is what I was talking about. Bianca smashing the table right here onto Baylor. I meant to say that earlier, but you know how that went down. Look at Corey Graves looking like he was at air gasping for what's going on with that. But you know how that be. I look at this like two main events right here. I think this will probably begin Crown Jewel tomorrow. John Cena versus Solo. John Cena versus Solo. John Cena wanted to know, did he still have it in him and stuff. But Solo, at the Solo Sokoa continue on these ongoing attacks to John Cena. John Cena, don't know how long John Cena is gonna be coming forward right here. You see right here, Paul Heyman looking with his face. John Cena even had a face to face with Solo tonight. You see right here, John Cena getting attacked by Solo. John Cena called out Solo saying that he's nothing more. He said the only reason he got a job because of his cousin Roman Reigns, and saying that he ain't nothing but a carbon copy of Taz. I was about to pop. I said Taz come back to WWE and Mike Cole can reunite. But you see right here, that's what John Cena said tonight. John Cena read Solo Sokoa. Solo wasn't stunning. I don't blame Solo. Solo don't want to hear that noise and that crowd going on. Solo wants to get the job done, be able to show everybody his skills and abilities. Look for Solo Sokola to shut up John Cena and put John Cena in his place. John Cena giving Solo the rub, and I know Solo needs that rub, but like I said, Solo Sokola will become a breakout star within the next 2 to 3 years. Being maybe he's gonna be up there with his brothers. But like I said, that's what WWE all about. So let's see that. All right, and finally, the main event right here. The WWE Undisputed Universal Championship is on the line as Roman Reigns defend the undisputed title against the rising, up and coming, popular LA Knight. LA Knight has been rising since the ascent, ever since SummerSlam. Will this be LA Knight's moment? Will this be LA Knight's night of him finally getting the respect that he so richly deserved? You saw last day on SmackDown, Roman Reigns decided to be a bully, and he was really being serious for a moment. He didn't want to play no games. Roman was saying that he's going to annihilate LA Knight and call LA Knight a cosplay version of his cousin, The Rock. LA Knight didn't take too far to kind of Roman's attempts. Roman let LA Knight know that, hey, you feel like you the man, I'm the man over here. And Roman did pinpoint that he turned WWE to $1 billion business as him being the superstar, being the tribal chief, the face of WWE, the star of SmackDown. Roman is that. But Roman has been a part-time champion, and LA Knight wants to change that trajectory. The only way to do so, Roman has to LA Knight gonna have to defeat Roman by all means to become the face of SmackDown. A lot of people are saying that LA Knight is gonna lose, which he is, but they're trying to figure out a way how he's not gonna lose that momentum due to Roman. And maybe that's what they're trying to do, trying to make him lose that momentum. Maybe trying to with the money and stuff. Well, money plays a fortune factor too. But what the hell? Oh, LA Knight says he wants to be a champion. And the only way to do so, you got to defeat Roman. I think Roman's going to knock him out a peg or two, get him back on his level. But LA Knight will be a champion in 2024. I probably see him win the Intercontinental or the United States Championship. But look for this match is going to be brutal. Roman Reigns said he's going to be a savage, and I believe so. Saying he's going to have even Paul Heyman told Nick Aldis, general manager of SmackDown, you're going to have to get an ambulance for LA Knight. The spatula, like a spatula. Like you're going to have to get him going and stuff because he's going to lose. And which I believe LA Knight is going to lose, but he's going to lose with dignity and grace. But they're trying to find a way now. So look for LA Knight to lose the match to Roman. And Roman will continue his historic reign as undisputed champion and continue on going. how that's gonna go. All right, that ends the pro wrestling show. Predict the outcome. We're gonna move forward to um wrestling hot topics. So we're gonna get to a little deep dive right now. We're gonna talk about this. We just found out that Bianca Belair, she like putting women through tables and stuff. Her and her husband, Montez Ford, they're gonna have a new reality show coming on Hulu, a 8-part, all like a binge watch episode or something. Love and WWE. Bianca and Montez, they will debut in February. In Hulu, but hopefully it'll be on the WWE Network or something, or Peacock or something. But since Bianca Belair got done and defeated Bailey tonight, maybe she probably would find a way to she's gonna be a reality star now. Hopefully she don't put way too much and don't be that many arguments between her and Montez. Because on this end, Bianca Belair, like, she's frustrated and fed up. She wants to be women's champion. So we'll get to see Bianca and Montez on Hulu for Love and WWE. Bianca and Montez, we'll get to see their life story, their reality, on how they are. And, we'll see that coming in February. Speaking of Montez was in a segment tonight with Lashley. Lashley, the Street Profit and Lashley got with B-Fab. I don't know why B-Fab, she had an interesting proposition. She wanted to probably join the group, but she didn't bring on Shanti Adonis. What's going on with that? B-Fab probably need to kind of, well, she's B-Fab for a reason, but we'll see. We'll see how that's going to follow up. That storyline coming up as well. Also, too, we're hearing reports about the SmackDown and Fox deal partnership about to come to an end in a couple of months. We know that SmackDown is going to move in 2024 in October to the USA Network. Well, we heard this right here that this is the tweet right here that was sent, that Fox is lacking Murdoch, explain why they didn't renew WWE. Then they weren't hitting the advertising numbers due to the audience of WWE to make a return from their investment. So I understand they weren't getting a profit on their investment. WWE's making profits out of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Turbo Tax, Pizza Hut, you name it. Anything they get a product placement on, and what we will see on Crown Jewel tomorrow for the United States title. Like every time Rey Mysterio's in a match, he's getting a product placement. He's probably getting sponsorship as well. That's what Fox said. They didn't make them a profit, so they had to part ways coming up next year. They're gonna honor their agreement. But speaking of that, Nature Boy Ric Flair has signed a multi-year deal with AEW. Nature Boy Ric Flair signed a deal. He's gonna be with AEW. And also, he's screaming his energy drink is going to be the drink of AEW. So, good deal for the Nature Boy. We'll talk about a little bit more about that if we do a Collision Ring report. We'll have it probably Sunday for you on what's going on with Ric Flair and his deal as well. Well, we're going to end that right now. The Pro Wrestling Show presents the Predict the Outcome for Crown Jewel. We'll be watching the matches intently to see some of those predictions come true. Well, I'm going to leave you with this. Roman Reigns and LA Knight. Can LA Knight do the impossible and win the undisputed title from Roman Reigns? It's going to be a big journey for LA Knight. If he does do it, I'll be shocked. But Roman Reigns has his title reign in steady control, or will it be in jeopardy? We'll just have to find out and see. Thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I should have a review of the show and see if I got everything right or wrong. We'll have that as a special as well. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the review for Crown Jewel.